Well, hello, everybody. Hello, hello, welcome in. How are you guys doing tonight? Let me adjust you just a little bit so you can see a little bit, I guess, more of me and more of my shoulders. But, anyways, welcome to the channel. My name is Tanya. Nice to meet you. You can call me Tanya or TitaniumBuilt. I don't care each one. Either one doesn't matter to me. But I love seeing whenever like I'm in the chat, people will say, "Hey, Tanya," and I think that's super cute. Hey guys, don't be arguing back there. The dogs. So if you have dogs, you understand. If you have more than one dog, they like to argue with each other at, the impromptu times. So that's Araya and Mia behind me just arguing. If you hear them, you might hear them snoring as well. So, but you're not here for that. You're here for the true crime coverage. So we'll let some people kind of come in, get seated, get relaxed. I'll say hi to people in the chat and then we'll go from there. I'm going to turn my light too. I have everything like backwards because I was over here for the live for Unfiltered today. So I haven't got everything back up in its right spot. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Mary Beth. Ladybug. How are you guys doing today? Again. They spilled beans. Hey, Dawn. Nice to see you. Hey, Zeus the God. Hey, everyone, he said. Or she. Hey, Princess. Did I say hi to Catherine? I don't know if I did. I think I did. I did. I said hi to you first. I kind of had a lisp there. Hey, Catherine with the C. Hey, CJK. Is it still snowy where you guys are? Because it's snowy here. That snow is not melting. Oh, you have to walk the doggies. I understand that. Hey, Mike. Hey, Mr. Rosebud. Hey, Cyber Warrior. Hey, Pancakes. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Mandy. Hey, Naomi. Thanks for being number 20 on the like. Hey, Brandywine. I've seen your name all over Twitter, and I've been loving it. I've been loving it. I haven't been over there to troll lately. Hey, Nightstar. But I usually am. Oh, Nightstar Roger from your hospital room. Are you okay? Yeah, make sure you're okay. Oh, they're gonna keep you there for a couple days? Wow. Must be some sort of stomach pain for a couple days. I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, Ange. Hey, PJ. Well, if you get bored, I got plenty of content you can watch. I would have loved to have like had I wish I had known about YouTube. And when I was thinking about that actually, I might have not have liked that actually. But when I was in the hospital, that would have been kind of nice because I had nothing to watch. I had a TV, but I didn't turn it on. Not we turned it on one time, and that was when my niece came up and she wanted to watch like something. She wanted to turn it on, and I'm like, sure. But other than that, my brother brought me like the biggest iPad I've ever seen. I don't even know what generation it was. Thinking back on it now, it was probably like the first generation, but it was huge. So I watched like movies and stuff on that. So, oh, appendicitis, it could be maybe. I don't know. Can't really move. Oh, I'm so sorry. I always feel. I mean, I know it's going to happen one day, like where I'm going to be really sick. You know how like there's sick, and then there's you need your mama sick, and that day hasn't come yet. Where Vincent hasn't been able to like take care of me all the way. So I have a feeling that it'll happen one of these days. And I'll be like, where is she? Hey, Garrett. Hey, Miss IMO Fletcher. Hey, hey, hey. Okay. So, dogs are just getting comfortable back there. The one's huge and I don't know, she thinks her bed's too small for her. She does this weird stuff. And I swear it's not too small for her unless I shrunk it, which I could have. That could be possible. But so where are we at? Okay. Little sad story for you a little bit. So whenever people come in to true crime, like when you're a creator, when you come into true crime and come on the platform, I believe that everyone has good intentions and they want to make an impact when they come on to the platform. Whether over time we lose that desire or like to make that impact, or we never really had it to begin with. It's not up for me to guess or decide, but I feel like we all come to the platform and we want to make an impact. And I'm using that word on purpose because a lot of people keep saying that they're making an impact in the Sebastian Rogers case. And I think they need a refresher on maybe what an impact means, what that actually means, for them. Because, I like to let them know. Thank you, goalie. First towards the goal. Thank you for the $2 super sticker. I appreciate that. I hope that's not your cat in real life. That cat looks like it's mad at the world. Thank you. I appreciate that. So to make an impact, I looked it up. By the definition. On something means to have a noticeable and significant effect or influence on it, which requires taking action, whether big or small, that actively changes or improves a situation, often by applying your skills, knowledge, or passion to positively affect people, communities, or the environment around you. Essentially, it means to make a difference. Now, you can make a bad impact, I guess, but, its impact is just blanket statement, I guess. But I feel like there are two sides right now in Sebastian's case, and there's not even a case. I don't know why I say case. There's not a case. But you have the green team, which we all know, the main players. And then you have this other side, which I'm going to call them the red team because they don't have a name. So that's their name. Red team, green team. Then you have creators that fall in the middle of, what's been put out by this side and what's being put out by this side. You have creators that are trying to cover, Sebastian's case as well, but they're just not engrossed in with all of the craziness, I guess you could say. And that's like me, I'm not really there's people that, that don't prefer me on one side, but it's not like I'm like, I'm not for one or the other. I'm just here. I'm just like literally here. But I had some people on Twitter tell me differently today. And I don't know what I said on Twitter, but apparently it was something. It was something good, apparently. So we have been going over. So actually, let me keep going. So I have some stuff on my notes I want to tell you. So tonight I want to do an interactive live where we're going to list out the green team members, and then we're going to put them on there's in these spots on this chart that I made, kind of like the closest ones to Seth, and then branches out, who came in first, who came in last. Then we will work on the red side of the group, red team, in our next live if we don't have time this live, because I do want to look at some stuff going on Twitter. There's if you think the fires are bad, there are people lighting fires everywhere, including on Twitter. And then I heard today, I heard today, Betty said I heard Betty said that she didn't believe that the fires were happening in California. Now that woman, I just can't with her. If I heard that myself, I heard it on a clip channel, good thing, because if I would have heard it live, I'd probably be on the floor. I would be so mad. Yes. True criminal advice. Yeah. Small acts of kindness make huge impacts. They really do. They really, really do. Try to remain neutral. Yeah. I try to remain neutral too. It's the only thing I say is just whenever I hear, Seth's words, I do say stuff about that. But I haven't heard it from the other side, but I also haven't heard the 11-hour call or whatever it was with Terry Lynn. I've heard bits and pieces of that. So maybe that's my problem. Could be. But I want to show you guys this first. This is all of the interviews that we have so far. This was made by Maya and Body Movin'. She also had contributed to this. So we have all of these. And then we won't go through every single interview. We have these beautiful people put notes in most of the interviews. So we will go over the notes. I'm also printing off the notes. So I started printing them off because I just want to have them just so if we're talking about a certain date and we need to know what was said, I can look back on this and see exactly what was said instead of, looking up this in case this is on my computer at the time. I'm a paper girl, so I have them just in case. And welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Hey, Suze. Hey, Tony. It's good to see you guys. If you guys don't mind, I'm taking a second, hit the like button for me. I forgot to ask you guys to do that. Okay. So the first thing we're going to look at here on the interviews, because we're going to go through this. Actually, let's go to the timeline. Where were we at? We looked at that. Okay, I think it stops actually. Hold on. Yeah, there's nothing in that area. Okay. So the next thing that we're going to be watching is going to be Seth on Nick Bears. I just want to get double check. Yep. So when he did his interview with Nick Bears on News Channel 5, and it's only 2 minutes and 36 seconds. The interview clip is really short that they attached to this. So I don't know if it's the whole interview, if only a clip of it, but I think it's the whole interview. And if not, we will look for it. Oh, let me share this tab with you. That might help. Okay. And remember, like Seth liked Nick Beers in the beginning. What made him not like him anymore? Does anyone remember that? Cool. While we're watching this, it's pretty loud. Sorry, guys.
Exactly 2 weeks ago, we were just learning about the disappearance of Sebastian Rogers from Sumner County. Today, the search continues. The case, though, we know is now a criminal investigation. Thanks for being with us at 6, everyone. I'm Rory Johnston.
And I'm Kelsey Gibson for Carrie tonight. For the first time, we are getting a look at family video of the missing 15-year-old. Sebastian's biological father gave it to Nick Bears during an exclusive on-camera interview.
Seth Rogers shares custody of his son, and the deputy with the Davidson County Sheriff's Department spent the past 2 weeks looking for Sebastian.
I'm hoping he's still alive. That's my main hope right now, is that he's not deceased. I mean, I keep praying that he's alive. I keep praying that somebody's going to see him, that somebody's going to call 911.
Seth's 15-year-old son disappeared barefoot and with a flashlight from his mother and stepfather's
2 weeks in, I don't know.
Home in Hendersonville either late on Sunday, March 3rd or early that Monday. Seth knows the key to finding his son may come from a tip. Several photographs have already been made public, and now he's released 2 video clips of Sebastian. In this first one, you see Sebastian up front on the left in yellow shorts, participating in a tug-of-war with fellow students.
And if you watch, he got swung around at the end like a little rag doll, and it's like, well, he gave it his best.
This second video shows Sebastian walking at his middle school graduation.
I was very proud of him. I mean, he successfully completed something.
Seth says his son, who is autistic, is not a wanderer. He finds it highly unlikely Sebastian would leave in the middle of the night barefoot, based on an experience his son had as a child.
He decided that he wanted to step into a mound of what he thought was dirt, and it was fire ants. And since then, it's always been, he doesn't like to get his feet in the dirt. He likes to have his socks and shoes on.
Seth won't rule out the possibility of foul play, that someone...
If that happened when he was like 5 or 6, he might have forgot about how bad that was. You know what I mean? Like, your body's meant to forget pain. I mean, I don't know.
Is involved in his son's disappearance. And if Sebastian is able, he says he needs to call for help.
He needs to call 911. And if somebody has him, you need to give him back. He's my son, and he doesn't belong to nobody, but damn it, he's mine. And he's mine.
Nick Barris, News Channel 5.
That's how the interview ended. Wow. He's mine. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what my dad would say. My dad might say the same dang thing. I guess you never know what you're going to say. I think that was the first on-camera interview that he did. And that was only like a couple minutes long. Compared to Katie and Chris's interviews, they were pretty long, that the people sat down with them. It looked like they had talked before the interview because they all looked pretty comfortable to be around each other. And I think the same girl interviewed the second time. I think it was the same person they sent out, which I think they do that on purpose so that because families get familiar, with people and they want, they just have them give them the same person, the news anchor again. So if we go back to our timeline, after he is on with Nick Bears, he calls into the Pascal show. And this is the first time that he calls in to Pascal. And this is where their friendship blossoms, They had a beautiful thing there going, I thought. But I guess all good things must come to an end. I think we're at the right spot. I want to make sure. Yeah, because he puts this picture up. Okay. It's like right around this spot.
Oh. Nick Barris, News Channel 5.
Okay. That is basically the whole interview that they put out. Okay? With Seth. Okay, guys. Let's find out. Hey, you on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name and where you calling from?
Calling from Clarksville, Tennessee. My name is Seth Rogers.
Seth. First off, thank you so much for calling in. Let me just say that first off. Thank you so much for calling in. How are you doing?
About as best as I can. My son's missing. And I wanted to tell you thank you because you're getting this out to more people. We've been passing flyers out. We've got all the way to Chattanooga.
Sounds like it. Like I'm reading the chat.
We've got billboards all the way up to Memphis.
Yeah.
We've reached out the balls to see if we can get flyers out there to try to find him. And I want to tell you thank you. Everybody who's helped me try to find my son, I appreciate it.
Of course. I mean, well, of course, we are only here to bring your son back home, of course, home to safety. You have a second. Of course, you called in, and again, I know that you're really busy. What have you been up to all day today so far? Can you give us like a little bit of a breakdown of what the day's been so far for you guys out there?
I've been out because it's me and some of his extended family that have been doing flyers and stuff. So I've been passing out flyers and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I've been going to businesses, passing out flyers, everybody.
Where's his extended family now? I'm curious. I truly am curious to know where any of his extended family is. He's not been anywhere. He didn't go anywhere for the New Year, for Christmas, for Thanksgiving. I mean, family didn't come to him. Even if you, so let's say you're in this position and you don't want to leave your home because you're afraid your son will come home, right? Wouldn't Robin as a mother, I'm don't want to be bashing or nothing. Don't want to be bashing anyone, but wouldn't Robin as a mother, maybe, I mean, I know her son's grown, but maybe like pack up the bags and take a little vacation to Tennessee, maybe spend some time with him so he's not alone on the holidays. Like, I mean, that's just me. I don't know what you guys think about that, but I think that, you need your family normally around the holidays. They say that that's like the time that the S words go up. You would think that you would rally around that person around that time of the year. I mean, I would. That would be something I would do if that was like my brother, and my nephew was missing or something.
But in my town, in Clarksville, everybody knows and everybody's seeing it. But tomorrow I have a trip planned. I've got 7 different locations I'm going to see if I can find anything that can put more flyers up.
Right on.
He's been on the phone for less than 2 minutes and someone's already saying they're crying. So you know how this case is going to hit this case hit people if people are already crying in the chat.
Right on.
I'm going to the south side of Nashville tomorrow to put flyers up everywhere.
Yeah. No, I understand that. Have there been any leads, any leeway, any semblance of any type of hope in finding Sebastian in your search?
I always have hope. I always have hope. I always have hope. I got to have hope because I can't believe that he's dead.
Yeah. If you mind me,
So I get up every morning and I hit the road. I drive around, put flyers out, and I hope that I get to see him. I hope I get to make a left-hand turn and he's there, or I jump on the interstate and he's walking himself to me.
Yeah.
I just keep praying.
Of course, and we're all praying with you. Trust me, brother, we are all praying with you. If you mind me asking, where were you when you got the phone call that he was missing?
Well, I just got off of work at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And I turned around and I got to my vehicle, got in there, and there was a text message from the stepfather. Call me, it's 911. And I called him and he told me that Pascal was missing.
Yeah.
And I left from there and drove straight to his mom's house. And I was there all day.
Why didn't he try to call Sebastian's cell phone? Like, did he ask Katie on the phone when she called him the first time? Or Chris called and said, so did Chris tell him that he didn't have a cell phone? I don't think so. So why wouldn't you call his cell phone? Or better yet, why wouldn't you call Katie? I mean, I don't know. Waiting for something, some type of information. I saw him bring the dogs in. I was sitting there watching police come in and out, ask questions. He saw them bring the dogs in and the police going in and out. Okay, because I know that's been a point of contention on Twitter, I think, that there was no dogs allowed in the house. Well, there was dogs in the house right here. He just said it. Seth just said it.
Yeah.
We'll get back a little bit.
I saw him bring the dogs in. I was sitting there watching police come in and out, ask questions.
Yeah.
And they asked those questions, of course. And they're, the first thing they did is, where were you? And I'm like, I've been at work for the last 12 hours.
Yeah.
They turned around, they took our phones, make sure that everything that we stated was verifiable.
Right. And he's not known, Sebastian's not known, as you said as well, he's not known to just go and wander off or to just run off the way he did, correct?
Correct. He's never been one to do that sort of stuff.
So if you mind me asking this, and it's going to be I got a few tough questions to ask you. I know if you don't want to answer them, then that's totally fine. But when you went into the house, was there anything different or anything off maybe in the house when you were there?
No, I walked in the house. It seemed normal. Everything was clean. Everything was pristine like it normally is.
Like it normally is.
Except for his room.
I gotcha. Except for his room. Okay. Okay. Have they been out? Has the stepfathers, has the stepdad and the mom, have they been out searching at all, or have they just stayed home?
From my understanding, my talks with Chris and by their Katie, they've been out putting flyers and posters in the ground.
Okay. Okay. I do have another question.
So he said, he talked to, Chris, and they've been putting posters and flyers out, just like he had said he's been doing with his little crew. So they were doing the same thing at the same time. But everyone's already siding with Seth.
Because you did make a statement.
looking
It
at the
was in an
chat.
article. It wasn't. I don't know if it was in this video that we just watched, this interview. Which, by the way, there's a longer version of this interview, right?
Yeah, I want to know where that was.
I haven't seen the interview. I mean,
Okay.
I was interviewed, but I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. But there is something that you said in the interview that was actually put into an article. Said something about there was no scent. Okay, like the dogs weren't picking up a scent, but one dog followed a scent out into a construction site and then it disappeared. Could you maybe expand on that or explain a little bit more about that?
One of the dog handlers told me first day,
Wow.
Monday, that the dog popped to a trail and they followed it and went all the way around and it ended in a construction site, but it ended. It's like there was nothing there.
Right. And that's a little odd,
Which
right?
leads me to believe that, well, if it ends,
He doesn't say that it ends at the retention pond. And then it looks like somebody jumps in because there's feet prints on the side of the retention pond.
normally the scent ends when you stop traveling on foot. From my understanding, that would mean that he got into a car.
If he got into a car, just so I understand the construction site itself, did the scent stop in the middle of the construction site or did it stop on the side of the road? Ah, okay.
What did he say?
Site, or did it stop on the side of the road?
Oh, they didn't tell him.
Okay.
They didn't tell me.
Okay.
You didn't ask?
Because I'm curious
Because
how
I'm
close. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm not, no problem. I'm not part of that sheriff's department, so
Yeah.
they're not going to share information with me.
Of
And
course.
on top of that, I'm emotionally attached,
Right.
so they don't want me involved.
It's because you're a jailer. You're not a sheriff. You're not a police officer. And even if you were, your child's missing. This is your child. They're not going to share information with you.
The investigation.
I gotcha.
So everything I do is pretty much on my own. If I go search somewhere, I'm under pretty much orders to turn around and call TBI and tell them where I'm going so that they know.
Yeah.
Because they know I'm searching by myself. And if I come up missing, they want to know where I was left at.
No kidding.
Because they don't want me coming up missing and my son being missing.
Right. So as far as a few things though, I know you live somewhere else, but you were still very tight. You're still very tight with Sebastian. So I'm curious, did he tell you of any issues at school? Did he have any, was he dealing with any type of bullies, enemies, anything like that at school?
Not that I am aware of. I am tight with my son. I moved from California to Tennessee so I could be close enough to go pick up my son.
No, good on you.
Far enough that when I pick him up, I don't want to be in her backyard.
Right.
Because she's not my wife.
Understand.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. That's respectful. And I totally understand what you're saying. And that's good on you, my brother.
And I did think that was respectful when I heard this the first time. I was like, oh, wow. Like, because I didn't, beginning of the case, I was like, that's pretty good. He lives just far enough away to where he can come and pick up Sebastian when he wants to see him. If there's an emergency or anything, he could be right there. But far enough to where he's not like right up on their front doorstep, every morning, coming over with a cup of coffee, like, what y'all doing? So I do remember thinking that.
Wanted to be in closer proximity to your son. I think that's very endearing.
But I think he had to move because of the price, the cost of living out there.
Real talk.
And he didn't have a job.
Was there any online forums or anything of that sort? Did he game a lot? Could he have been online somewhere talking to people? Yeah.
He played games at my house. My PlayStation is pretty much locked down for my own sake, because I don't. If I don't know you,
right,
I don't want you popping in to talk to me. So it's like everybody on my PlayStation that are on my friends list,
Yeah.
I know personally.
What about Sebastian's PlayStation? They took it from his room.
You know,
Gotcha.
so there's no way that he would have been talking to somebody without me knowing.
He never
because they're
mentions it.
my friends. They're not
He never mentions the other PlayStation until like months later.
his friends.
Yeah. No,
I mean, they would call me up and be like, you know, your son's on your account, right? I'm like, yeah. I'm sitting next to him. He's in his recliner. I'm in my recliner.
right, right. You guys are spending time
You know,
together.
he's playing there, and I'm on my phone playing Call of Duty, and he's on the PlayStation playing Modern Warfare.
Right on.
You know, I mean, I know what he's doing because I'm right next to him.
Yeah.
So it's like any conversations or anything that he didn't have the headphones.
Right.
So, and it's a PS4, it's not a PS5, so it doesn't pick up your stuff through the remote or anything.
Yeah.
So it's like the only way he would have had contact with any of them is if he had headphones on, and I made him not wear headphones because
He worked 12-hour shifts. Did he take the headphones to work with him?
you're not going to talk to random people.
Right.
You don't know who, and I explained to him, you don't know who these people are. They could tell you one thing, and they could be some guy that's like in his 50s or something looking for some kid.
Yeah. No kidding. Yeah. Those internet streets.
That's how you would explain it to your son? There's some 50-year-old men out there looking for you?
Dangerous, man. Those internet streets are dangerous. So let's talk about outside of the internet. Did he ever express any issues about his home environment at all?
Not at his mom. He never expressed anything about his mom and dad's stepfather's place.
Okay.
He liked the dogs. He was supposed to come live with me at the end of school. Summer break, he was supposed to move in with me full time.
Oh, wow.
They are.
He was supposed to. Oh, wow.
This is this is what both me and him have wanted for years.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I understand that. And now you're out looking for him.
Now, I gotta find him so he can come live with me.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. Of course, I'm not trying to point any blame or anything of that sort. But the situation in which he just vanished into thin air is very suspicious in my personal opinion. What are your thoughts as far as him vanishing in the way that he did vanish?
I'm missing something. Like I've stated since day one, none of this makes sense.
Yeah.
There's something missing out of this puzzle, and I don't know what it is. And I hope that law enforcement has figured out the missing piece so that they can bring my son back to me.
Right. I totally understand that. Has there been anything that you've heard so far? Maybe a piece of a clue, anything you said? I understand that there's pieces to this puzzle that are missing, but did they happen to give you at least something that could be some semblance of a piece to a puzzle?
No, they're not including me in on. They tell me what they do, but they're not including me in on what they find.
Thank you, True Crime Lullabies.
I understand. I do understand. Especially with your with your experience, of course, being a police officer as well. I can only imagine. Deputy sheriff. With all due respect, my apologies.
Sorry. Well, I take my oath to the Constitution.
When you hear deputy sheriff, you think like, let me look that up actually. Like you think sheriff. Like that's what I think. I think full-blown copper. Cop. So let's see what it says. A regular officer or a sheriff's office is typically known as a deputy sheriff, a sheriff's deputy, or informally as a deputy. In a small sheriff's office, the deputies are supervised directly by the sheriff. So what do you like? Hold on. A deputy or assistant chief is the second highest position in the chain of command. You work at the jail. I thought he was a cop too at first. Who, Pascal, Brandy? Pascal got out of there. Are you talking about Seth? Because either one.
Of the United States and the Constitution of Tennessee very, very dearly to my heart.
He about as dearly as he didn't want to continue the training. He wanted to quit, but Chris told him to keep going, buddy. You can do it.
As a deputy sheriff, that's what we're supposed to do. Make sure people don't infringe upon people's constitutional rights.
Make sure that people don't infringe on other people's constitutional rights. Well, put that in your pipe and take it to court there, Seth.
Yeah. I got a few more questions.
I hope they got all these interviews. I hope
when was the
everyone's
last
getting
time you had a
together.
conversation with Sebastian? How
Thursday.
It was Thursday. Okay. So you
Thursday before he left.
Before he disappeared, or you mean before he left?
Yeah.
Okay. So
before he left.
Okay.
I mean, because he's gone.
Right.
I mean, he's gone.
Right.
He's left.
So,
But
how
he either
often?
left the house of his own free will, or he didn't. And if he went outside, I don't know what happened to him.
Absolutely. So then let me ask you this then. Did you guys correspond or at least make phone calls often? Like, was it a daily thing, or would it be sporadic every once in a while you get a chance to talk to Sebastian? I'm just curious about the rhythm here, because it seems like Thursday and then it's just flatline, no communication whatsoever. So how often were you actually corresponding with your son?
Yeah. Pascal, that's a good point. Why didn't you talk to your child since Thursday?
I called him Thursday. I don't call him on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday because he's with his mom.
Right.
That way, when I have him Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it's just a mutual thing.
Yeah.
Other than that, normally I would call him every day or every other day at about 3:30 because he would be home from school by then and either be working on his homework, or if he didn't have any homework, he was doing chores that his mom had him doing.
Gotcha.
And I would call him to ask him how school was. Normally we would talk for maybe 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And it was routine. Call him up. How was school? Did your mama leave you any chores?
Yeah. So, but this was a Monday but this was more of a Monday through Friday type of thing. But then
He said Monday through Thursday. He wouldn't call Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. So if he was calling every other day, he said sometimes that's what he would do. He would be talking to his kid twice a week.
the weekends you would leave him be to spend time with mom, correct?
I would pick him up on Fridays on my weekend. I would pick him up. I'd be waiting
there, but we
at
meant
their
every
house
other
when he
weekend.
got off the bus.
Pascal knows what you meant.
I see. But this weekend was not your weekend. Or this particular weekend was not your weekend. Right?
No, that was his mama's weekend.
Gotcha. Wow. Okay, I do have to ask you this, and maybe you know, maybe you don't know. But when did Chris go to Memphis? Do you have any knowledge of that, when he actually left for that job on Monday?
Well, I don't think he left Monday. I think he'd already been there all week.
So he was out there all weekend. From what all week? Oh, wow. Okay.
He was out there all week in Memphis. You just heard it from Seth freaking Rogers himself. So let's just go ahead and put a lid on that can that says Chris was at home when Sebastian went missing. We'll listen to it again.
Okay, that
I think he'd already been there all week.
so he
Been
was
there
out
all
there
week.
all weekend
He
on
said-
Monday.
Well, I don't think he left Monday. I think he'd already been there all week.
So he was out there all weekend. From what you
No,
what
week.
all week? Oh wow. Okay, that's interesting. So he was gone all week.
I believe so.
You believe so? Okay.
Normally, I believe so, because normally if I have him,
Yeah.
Sebastian's mom would go to Memphis. If I had Sebastian over the weekend, she would normally go to Memphis.
I see. Okay. Interesting. So he might. Okay. So he could have been there for a while.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Sebastian's mom is with him. She wakes up Monday morning, and he's gone. So there's that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday where he could have disappeared. That could have been time somewhere around that time, let's just say. I mean,
No.
you know,
Sebastian disappeared sometime Sunday night, Monday morning.
Sunday night, Monday morning. Okay. I
Because
apologize.
she there's evidence, there's video proof of Sebastian with Katie Sunday evening.
Are there cameras in the house or around
No.
the actual house?
They went to dinner.
Gotcha.
They went to dinner.
So they did go to dinner on Sunday,
So he saw
Mhm.
the dinner.
and there's actual video proof of that.
Yes.
Wow.
There's physical, digital video proof of them going to eat. So he probably saw the same exact video that we all saw.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
two people eating.
Wow. Well, Seth, do you have anything that you want our listeners to know about the search about Sebastian? Anything that can help in finding him?
I just ask people, keep your head up and your eyes open. If you see him, please call 911.
Yeah.
You know, if he's hungry, give him some food. If you see him outside your house, do not let him in your house. Call 911. Get him something to eat. Get him something to drink.
Why wouldn't you let him in your house? It's freezing outside. Hold on a damn second here. Wait. This was March 11th. If you see him outside of your house, don't bring him in. What are you going to do? Scream at him and scare him? It would have been cold outside. It would have been freezing cold. What if he had been out there for this entire time for 2 weeks, let's just say? At this point, and that's weird. Y'all, don't let him in. My dad would be saying, if you see my daughter, snatch her as fast as you can, and then hold her down, hog tie her, and then call 911. We'll figure out the laws when I get there. But like, don't let her leave. You would think if he was outside and he wanted to come in, right? And that person said, I can't let you in. You just stay right there. He would probably walk away and go to another house. Or maybe he wouldn't go to anyone's house because he would think, well, nobody wants me around. Like, I'm just not going to go to anyone's house. That's just weird.
Can I ask?
I'm pretty sure she's starving.
Right.
I think Pascal even thinks that one's weird.
Do you mind me asking one more question? I know. I was just trying to wrap it up with you, but I got one last question. Because I know that he was on medication as well. Was there any possible medication that he took that could give him some sort of mental break or some sort of psychotic break where he would just wander off without shoes on in the middle of the night?
I have no idea. I've asked TBI and Sumner County to check to see if that is, and nothing.
And he's never done anything like this
So you didn't know what medication he was on?
before, correct?
Cool. Yes, sir.
Okay. Not out of spite or out of anger, out of protest. He's never done anything like just leave or walk off or anything like that out of just being a teenager with angst, you know?
I love my son. I love my son a lot. And I have thoroughly aggravated him at different points in times
Of course.
because I'm his dad.
I was going to say, you're not a dad if
And-
you're not
Yeah.
doing that. You know what I mean?
That's what dads
And
do.
he has never once walked out my front door. No matter how mad I've made him,
Yeah.
you know, he has stormed off to his room. He has sat there and I don't want to talk to you. And I'm like, well, you can get over it. I'm your dad.
Yeah.
And I'm going to talk to you whether you want to talk to me or not.
Yeah, absolutely.
You giving me an attitude? Go load the dishwasher.
Right.
You know,
Yeah. Absolutely.
your
Just,
attitude ain't going to stop the fact that you live in this house and there's things that need to be done.
yeah.
You know, I've taught him that don't let people get you mad or angry.
Yeah.
You know, that's you losing control and them having control over you.
Yeah.
This is a weird
You
interview.
know, don't be like that. Be better than that.
Be
Yeah.
better than what?
Absolutely.
He you know, because I understand that he's autistic. I love him no matter what.
Yeah.
But I also understand that kids are cruel, especially in schools.
That they
You know,
are.
we all
The kids can be really, really nice too. I mean, you know, they can. I mean, I know there was a girl in my school that had alopecia. She never wore wigs. She just went bald. Everyone loved her in that school. Not one person was mean to her. And she had something, do you know what I mean? Like where she had no hair to where that would be easy to make fun of for kids that are, you know, growing up because kids can be really mean. But for the most part, if kids know what's wrong with another child, you know, they have an idea like that, you know, they usually are pretty cool kids.
we all
And in all of the pictures that Sebastian is in with his teachers, he is smiling.
did with that. If you weren't the popular one, you could be made fun of or whatnot. And then I wanted him to already have an understanding that those people that do that are just insecure. And they're wanting control or power over you. And you getting angry gives them that. But if you look at them and just smile and brush it off,
Yeah.
because it ain't worth it. Their opinion is not worth it.
Kill them with kindness, right?
Yeah, kill him with kindness. That is true.
Or food, school food, either one.
What? What did he say?
With kindness.
Hold on. I'm gonna boost the audio. So if it's loud, I'm sorry. But I'm gonna boost it for a minute. What did he say?
Right?
Oh shoot, it went down. Wait, I don't know why it's doing that.
Or food, school.
No, it's not even
Either
playing the
one.
sound at all. What the heck just happened? Maybe if I exit out. Okay.
I will say,
Or food, school food, either one.
Okay. So what does he say right there?
I will say,
Or food, school food, either one.
kindness, right?
One more time.
or food, school food, either one.
What is he saying? Or poison their school food? It's something about school food. Yeah, like, or poison their school food? Either one? What are you doing over there? You can get on your blanket. I didn't bring your bed in here. I'm sorry. It's my dog. She makes like she sounds like Chewbacca. So I don't think it'll let me out. It might. Okay. Actually, I think it will this time. Let's go back a little.
Their opinion is not worth it.
Kill them with kindness, right?
Or food, school food, either one.
Right? Or school food, either one. It didn't pick it up really. I don't know. I was going to go over to Twitter here in a little bit. Was that what's over on Twitter about Hung? That you didn't see him? There might be a transcript. Oh, is this all the way at the top? Yeah, okay. You can, oh, I don't know what I just did, but I can usually, okay, school food. I'm trying to type in just the word that we want to find, but yeah, okay. So right here it says right. So he says, because it ain't worth it in their opinion, it's not worth it. Kill them with kindness. That's what Pascal says. And then he says, right or school food. Oh, like kill them with kindness or kill them with school food. Like the school food so bad. That's what I'm thinking. But I think that he like didn't get the joke, so it didn't land right. You know what I mean? It didn't like land right. So that's what the transcript says. Right or food, school food either. So, and then it says one, I will say, you know, Seth, I appreciate you calling in. And that's when he starts talking again. So, okay. And that was like the end of the interview. So I don't even think we needed to go back to that, which works for me. Let's see. What is the time? Okay. So these are all of the notes from Pascal's Live, and I printed these out. So we'll have them, but it just says Seth says he got a text at the end of his shift around 7 a.m. the day of Sebastian's disappearance from Christopher, stepfather, telling him to call Chris so he could tell him Sebastian was missing. Seth left work and drove straight to Katie's, the mother's house. He stayed at Katie's house all day and that day waiting on information. Seth has been hanging up and passing out flyers alongside extended family of Sebastian. Seth was working a 12-hour shift the night of Sebastian's disappearance. Ellie took their phones to confirm their stories. Katie's house seemed normal when Seth arrived there that day, except for Sebastian's room. Katie and Chris have been out putting flyers up and posters in the ground. On Monday, 2/26, dog handler told him the dog got a trail all the way to the construction site and it ended. Seth says this would mean he got into a car. Seth states that since he's not part of SCSO, plus he's emotionally attached to this case, they won't tell him many details of the investigation. He is allowed to search, but under orders to call TBI to tell them where he is searching. Seth is not aware of Sebastian having any bullies. Seth moved to from California to Tennessee to be close enough to see Sebastian. Seth says Sebastian played on his PlayStation at his house. Seth only keeps friends on the PlayStation that he personally knows. Sebastian would play under those names or those same settings / friends. Seth didn't even allow him to wear a headset because he didn't want him talking to anyone. Sebastian never expressed any issues with Katie or Chris, says Sebastian loves the dogs at their house. Sebastian was supposed to move in with Seth full-time once the school year ended. Seth says he's missing something in reference to Sebastian's disappearance. Talks about zero clues, says Ellie tells him what they are doing, but not what they find. He last spoke to Sebastian the Thursday before he went missing, so it would have been 2/22, so 4 days before. He gives Katie Friday through Sunday on her weekends where he doesn't call Sebastian, and she does the same for him. It was Katie's weekend. Outside of that, he talks to Sebastian every day around 3:30 p.m. Seth says Chris was in Memphis all week. Katie goes to Memphis on the weekend. Sebastian is with Seth. There's video of Sebastian and Katie out at dinner Sunday evening. And Seth confirms Sebastian has never walked off in anger before, no matter how mad he has been. And this was credited to Trevor Lee. He had wrote these notes out, it looks like. So thank you, Trevor Lee. Okay, so I was cruising the old TikTok, and it looks like Hung and SF are in like a Twitter back and forth, if you would. Yeah, he changes a lot of his stories. I think Sebastian loved he loved all of his family and his puppies. So it looks like we'll start here. It's everywhere. I mean, we could just scroll down and we'll find them. We'll find more tweets. But it says, this person's tweet is very important. It encapsulates the entire exploitation of Sebastian Rogers by Seth Rogers, Tony Mathis, At Night, Hong, and Nick. SF, you are going to lose this one. This is not a contest to me. There is nothing to lose. This is an investigation and search for a missing 16-year-old young man. You see it as a contest, as something that can be lost or won with a winner and a loser. I do not, and I never will. See it that way. I'm a professional whose job it is to collect and analyze evidence, conduct interviews, and use every available means to track and learn about digital footprints and to search for Sebastian. My job is to assist with the investigation and not to win anything. At Night, Tony, Seth, Nick, and Hong are selling the perception that Sebastian is a prize, something they can convert into profit. But Sebastian is a missing 16-year-old young man who needs to be found, not because he is some prize to capitalize on, but because he is a human being. Helping find him is simply what we do as fellow human beings. Wow. That's a nice tweet that he tweeted. I'm not going to read the tweet that they put on there because that was nice. Oh, Wanderlisting, you've been a member for a month. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. That's wonderful. Thank you. And then Vern said, the fact they're trying so hard to silence you and others could be telling. What was that noise? I don't know. What dog made that noise? Okay. So I'm just going to, okay, so here we go. Oh, look at this. 23 hours ago, being redeployed to Hollywood for SAR operations. Wow. Look at this. I'm just going to show you all the fire stuff as we go along. Because there's like, it'll be like missing person, and then tweets from At Night and Dog and stuff. Those were from me. I was trolling earlier. Let's see. Maybe I should just go on his page, but here's another one. Let's just go to his page. That'll be easier. We'll go down a little bit. This is January 8th. Okay, so this is clearly him in mask. I mean, I don't think he's just out there playing around. It looks like there's flames around him.
Or not new. It's been the last.
Betty said there was no fire.
flowers. This is San Vicente. And this is Ocean and Santa Monica Ocean Boulevard, and then San Vicente.
So, Betty, if he's not like who he says he is and all that stuff, and he's wearing this SAR t-shirt, is that kind of like you when you wear your press badges? Asking for myself.
Which is north of it. They moved the evacuation orders down to Montana, which is down here. Those are where the bathrooms are that I'm heading to.
Oh, thank you, Brandy
What I'm
Wine.
doing is there's a big, kind of defense going on. You can't see it because we're actually up on a cliff. The ocean's out there. Let's see if I can get-
So I just want to play that for a minute. So we can clearly see he's there. I can't imagine. Vincent, I told him about it, and when he was looking at it, the look on his face was like something I never seen. He hasn't really talked about it, but that's like right in his backyard. I mean, literally, that's where we went. We were there. Like every year we go there. That's where we go. We go all along the coast. Let me see. Look at this. Look at that devastation. Oh my God, that's incredible. And then did you guys see this? It's a little bobcat with this little kitten trying to get out of the fire. I hope they were okay. I hope they made it okay. Prayers for the bobcat family. So Hong says Fisher hasn't discussed anything with law enforcement through official channels. Steve claims that police dogs are welcome to Proudfoot's house. That's not what Katie said. She instructed the police to contact her lawyer. This guy is going to ride on lies until the very end. She probably instructed you to call a lawyer. It says, well, actually, she refused to talk to Dog and Nick. Neither are Ellie, though. Nice try. And then Hong said, nah, you know nothing. She won't speak to police either. Prove me wrong. Not with Steve. What? Show me proof of her not speaking to police. I'll wait. Prove she's not on the run. I'll wait. You see how these games go? And he's in an injunction. He's in a damn injunction. Playing games like this. I cannot wait. Hong, you better go ahead and get your nice fancy cars sold because you're going to owe a lot of money to people. A lot of money. Hong's going to take them down. I wanted to know where Hong had been. I didn't know Hong was going to come back in like, Hong Kong. He's like taking everyone out. He is taking everyone out with the tweets. He's like all day long. Like he just carries the wireless keyboard around with him. Like it's insanity. And then it says, okay, this doesn't say anything. It's just, someone said you're an idiot. That's kind of funny. And then it's just, I hate to give this nobody any publicity, considering he can barely get 5 likes on his post, likely from his burner accounts. But I need to point out that Hong is a complete liar and fraud running an illegal business. Katie has not said that LE canines, which keep in mind was 10 months ago, could not search the house. It is on public record that multiple LE canines have searched the house. We just heard that. We just heard that from Seth. And I don't have to take Katie's word for it, Hong, because unlike you, I have all the canine missions, see attached, because unlike you, I am an investigator. Even if Katie had referred to her lawyer, which she did not, Hong would never know that information. Law enforcement would not and will not share such details with him. In fact, Hong failed to coordinate a 3-way call as he promised yesterday. Instead, he placed me in a group text attempt involving the TBI agent. Come on, Hong. Where Hong introduced himself and proceeded to lie in his text. The TBI agent never responded to Hong. Wonder why. Hong is a liar. Hong is a fraud, but Hong wants everyone to know he has nice cars, which of course we all are very impressed by. And we are impressed by your nice cars. that you can't drive with your friend out of Pennsylvania with. And thank you so much, Mike. Thank you for the super sticker. That's so incredibly kind. Thank you. Hey, Tinfoil Tier. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Thanks, Mike. You're very sweet. Where were we at? We were here. Why does it say I'm showing like 2 tabs? That's weird. That's like so weird. It said I was like showing like 2, but I can't do that. That's very weird. So then we go up a little bit more. We read this, I think. Yeah, we did. Something has clearly gone wrong in the past few hours with At Night. This was at 4:30 today. It says, Hong is having a complete meltdown on his Twitter for everyone to see. He's entirely unhinged, truly manic. I cannot wait to find out what triggered it. I thought the same thing. No, I really did. I thought he is like manic. I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose anybody, but he was, I'm not saying he has this, but he was having the tendencies of somebody that's like manic bipolar, like on his Twitter. We'll go check it out. I mean, it's like all over the place. Like he was just tweeting them, tweet. You peed him off. Now they're starting to use the emergency alert system as a text messaging system. Oh, okay. Never mind. That makes me dizzy. He is spinning. He is panicked. What is going on? It says, Hong, more like SF investigates. He because you're practically walking fertilizer. You claim I'm a nobody with no likes. Check your ego at the door, buddy, because your investigations. I love a good old Twitter battle. It's like 2 guys in high school. They won't throw up the first punch, and you're just standing there and you're waiting on it, just somebody throw a punch already. They just like be yelling at each other. Girls do the same thing, but guys do it a lot more. I felt like in my school they did. No one ever threw a punch. It was always the guys fighting. It was never the girls fighting. Man, he's mad about them likes. Because your investigations are about as thorough as a toddler's tea party. Well, that could be a hard investigation. You tout these canine missions like there's some kind of holy scripture. But let's be real, your evidence is as useful as a piece of used toilet paper. I don't need burner accounts when my truth speaks for itself, unlike you who probably uses them as much as the bottle. You want to get sued. And about that group text fiasco, you're the real amateur here, not me. You ran like a rabid coyote when you realized you couldn't handle the heat. You lied and said Green Hoodie was a man. Either Katie lied to you or you don't even talk to her. Your sources are in your head and clients are using you like a woman of the night. He mad he ain't hired. Keep throwing around words like liar and fraud. Maybe one day they'll stick to someone other than yourself. And yeah, I've got nice cars, but at least I'm not driving around in circles trying to convince everyone I'm Sherlock Holmes when I'm really just Mr. Bean with a badge. Mr. Bean was really smart though, wasn't he? Wasn't Mr. Bean, didn't he solve all the cases? Like, and he was OCD, right? Like Mr. Bean, like he had his own show. Like he was like a crime fighter, right? I think that you got that one wrong there. I'm wondering. Yeah, DM, we would have a problem if he tried to insert himself into mine too. Yeah. Dog couldn't even outrun me, and I can't run that fast, y'all. They told me I'd never run again, and I ran. I was running on the treadmill today. I took a video of it. I have to show you guys. I think that was the end. Okay, so let's go over to Hong. Oh, wait. Did he? Okay. I'm like, I need to know his name because I don't follow these people. You ain't gonna do that to me. You ain't gonna get by me. It says 6 minutes ago, God bless our brave brothers and sisters in law enforcement. This is about the toddlers, like, the Tea Party. SF showing up on the Sebastian Rogers case like it's a part-time gig, retweets, then disappears faster than his interest. He was fighting fires. He was trying to evacuate people from their homes. Are you freaking kidding me? You can call that dedication, more like a drive-by deception detective. Deception detective is on your green team now, right? You might want to watch your words, because he said by deceptive detective who fools everyone into thinking he's hard at work. You're a liar. Who's your contact at Sumner? Let's do a 3-way with them and us tomorrow. Time to come clean that you're flat out lying about your talks with cops. You're trying to make your theories facts by using police who don't even know you, bro. Bruh. And he never got the 3-way call. Wow. Okay, these people are in injunction. Okay, so if you were put into an injunction, the first thing your lawyer would tell you is to shut the hell up. Do not talk to anybody about anything. Just shut up. Don't be on the internet talking, especially, because that's where all this is surrounded from, is from the internet. Granted, most of it's from YouTube, but just because you come to another platform doesn't mean we're not going to be able to take screenshots and take these into court. Hung, you dummy. In your statement, you said that, people did you all wrong. And now you're over here being this little bully. Listen to this. Wow, SF's back. Probably grab some powder. Look at him type like he's on a mission. But let's be honest, the only case he's solving is which beer's the cheapest. Then he cracks it wide open. SF doesn't appear to me to be a beer kind of guy. But okay. And then over here, he says, 5 hours ago, why did Cluminati and Cletus Toilet start talking one day? It looked at them and said, y'all need to clean me more often or I'll start spreading rumors about chlamydia in this house. I hope everyone's getting these like that needs them. What do Chris Proudfoot, Katie Proudfoot, Terry Bowersock, Kathy Bowersock, and the other Chris, who's the other Chris, have in common? They know what happened. This is gonna be beautiful for court. I mean, like, really, this is gonna be beautiful for court. Man, I hope people sue the crap out of this guy. Oh, Clue and her fiance have a McMansion, huh? Must be nice to live in luxury when your only workout is lifting the remote. I wonder if they're pushing more product than dumbbells to keep up with that mortgage. Oh, Hong, you're stepping in shit. You better get your waders on, buddy. You are manic. Hong, who taught you how to swing, Chris? Your mama or her pet chimp, Terry? Swinging punches like you're trying to tenderize meat at the zoo. Are you making up encounters now with Chris Proudfoot? Put down the bottle, Hong. And call your therapist. Why an adult film professional, drug dealer, and an addict, he's talking about SF, continue to charade around is beyond me. That's their real crew. You slam mine, at least we're up front, are you? You haven't been upfront about one thing. Hong, if that's your real name. I don't even believe that's his real name. Here's another one. I mean, this is like, what's that girl's name that one did like 100 TikToks in a day? Man, what's her name? I got to think of this because I'm going to post it for him. What was her name? Yeah, tenderized meat at the zoo. I know, right? Oh, God, Lucy. Tell her to shut up. She ain't even got money for this lawsuit. When they go to her and say, we need your money, you know, to go, like, because we're getting everyone's money together. She's gonna say, well, what do you mean? What money? I didn't know. I didn't sign anything. I didn't mean to sign that. That wasn't real. Was it? I thought that was fake. I thought that was just YouTube. I just think this is Hong. They don't have teammates other than each other. Him and Cat in the Hat. We scoured more than 10 states on this mission. No sign of Sebastian yet, but we've unearthed a treasure trove of secrets. Keep pushing, Steve. It just shows you're out of touch with your own clients. You don't know them like we do. Hong, you don't know anything. Let me go to the comments. Same old crap, accusations with no receipts, plans and BS with no follow-up. How does you? Nick think is going to pay out. Put up or shut up will be what your groupies want soon. Yeah. We want boom. And we want that now. Look, and then you got Olivia. Thank you, Hong. Katie's little escapades are old news. But guess what? The family drama doesn't stop there. Kathy, have you told Terry about your nightly visits to the neighbor's bed? Oh, get the hell out of here. Or is that another secret the Proudfoot family likes to keep under wraps? Now, come on now. If you believe that's I'm going to say that's not a fact. I'm going to go ahead and say that's a 99.99999% untruth. That's just me. I heard, not saying it's a fact, she had a little something going on with the sheriff at that passed. The sheriff that died, they're saying that, oh my. That's a dead man. Come on, Teresa Richards, leave him alone. Oh, look at this. Okay, who's this, Gina? I haven't done my research on this personally yet, but I heard a YouTuber say the former sheriff was sick/under the weather and fell, causing his death. If that's true, I'm a little sus unless he hit his head too hard or something. Does anyone know for sure? I heard he had a severe head injury, but I got a feeling some kind of way, but I get to feeling some kind of way about that. Oh, they're conspiracy theorists over here. Oh my gosh. I don't believe that anyone's having an affair, but if they are, that's their own problem. That does not involve Sebastian. You and your clients will be in jail together, he says. Let's talk about the affair, shall we? Okay. Katie Proudfoot, these are all different. These are all 6 hours ago. So, yeah, he was busy for an hour. He was busy. Katie Proudfoot just stood there while her man hit her son and threw his daughter on the table. What? What kind of mother does that? They should have stopped you from having kids. You're a total disgrace. He just said that she should have never had Sebastian. He just said she should have never had Sebastian because that's her only child. They should have stopped you from having kids, he said. So if they would have stopped her from having kids, there would be no Sebastian. Let's see what your mom should have got the belt on you because it's obvious she did a shitty ass job. You are awesome. Heart in that one. CEO of West Coast Softball Club. Everybody go subscribe. She's got 34 followers. She needs them all. She's following me. What is that? Oh, she follows me. I didn't even know that. Everyone needs to follow her. I'm going to go find her and follow her. Actually, I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to follow her because now that's a good post. Can you research how Seth was 21 and Katie was 12? What is that called? A couple of abortions by a grown man by a child. He's a SO, in my opinion. Teresa, agree Hong. She let stepdad beat her kid and does nothing but tried to get bio dad locked up during divorce with false allegations. Oh, yeah, we saw the bruises on his neck. No wonders it doesn't work anymore. It was thrown out. Could it be in the landfill? Okay. There has to be something seriously wrong with her. There is no other excuse, reason. Addictions, mental health, DV, I don't know, but something. Man, wow. She's not a mother. Wow. Chris Proudfoot isn't allowed to be near two children. Okay, who are those two children? One is his biological child. What? He is allowed to be around Faith. He just had her for the summer. What the F are you talking about, Hong? And one is his stepson, meaning Sebastian. There's a reason behind this restriction. His mother is more furious than him. Why is that, Kathy? Are you living your dream through your son? She desperately wants a child. How far would she go? She's older. What are you talking about? So you're talking about what? Living her dreams through her son? She desperately wants a child? Well, if you want a child, Sebastian's not a child. He's a teenager. This person says, whoever bent, oh, she looks scary as hell. Oh, I hope that's not a real picture. I ain't kidding. Like, look at that. Oh my God, that is like somebody for real. No way. We're just going to back out. We're just going to back out. We're just going to back out. We're just going to back out of that because that was scary. That woman was scary. I don't care. He's on something. 6 hours ago again. Wow, Crabtree. Oh, Crabtree. You going to say something about Crabtree? But you're having a manic episode over here that we're witnessing? Get out there in the woods. Not look. Oh, it says out there in the woods, not looking for Sebastian, but for his next high. Guess he thought Fisher's book was a guide to getting higher than the treetops. And then you got War Eagle, which is she's like the Green Team Clip channel, and she's the girl that goes or the person, I don't know if it's a girl or a guy, that goes around and ass pats everybody. You know, whenever one else is giving super chats, she's the one giving the ass pats. Yeah, so that's War Eagle. If you ever see her in chat, ask her for your ass pat. That's what she loves to do. And I'm sure I'll be clip saying that. Wow, SF, not a good look. Absolutely no one is depending on you or Crabtree to find Sebastian. That is the job of law enforcement, not the job of some dude being directed where to search by parents who are highly suspicious. A lot of PEIs come in at whenever it turns into an investigation from LE. LE is not out there searching any longer. They are, but they're doing it like here every once in a while. They're not out there actively every single day searching for him. So, and Shady of the Chronicles, you can kiss my ass too. At Hong, again, what do Katie and Crabtree have in common? Same drug dealer. That's how they met. Has a picture of Katie. 7 hours ago. Fisher hasn't discussed anything with law enforcement through official channels. Steve claims that police dogs are welcome to the Proudfoot house. That's not what Katie said. She instructed the police to contact her lawyer. And we read that. That was the first one. And then She likes to clip like Queen Bee. And then it says, she says, SF will never do that. Okay, so it says, SF, tomorrow, let's do a 3-way call with TBI investigations. Bet you will say you're flat out lying. And she said that he won't do it, but he tried and Hong backed out. And then we've got the Lore Lounge. So apparently all these people hating on me for my opinion on the Sebastian Rogers case think that when I talk about our documentary series, I'm referring to the live show we do on Mondays. I just have no words. Even in the live show, we referenced the documentary. Well, you have people in your live shows right now that don't know what documentaries are. Okay. They don't know what research means. 7 hours ago, Steve is likely out there setting fires the same way he does on social media before speeding off. You are going to be in trouble. I will hire this man. He is worth more than SF ever. Will be the only thing SF cracks is a can of beer, not cases pathetic. Who's this guy?
To snort instead of
You can't even understand that guy, and he's on that same Bentley channel, that Scary Girl channel. Okay. 9 hours ago. Has he slept? We don't know. SF is digging through my background like someone who's been drinking heavily and is trying to piece together their memories. The only thing you'll find is a Rolls Royce, a few Escalades, and properties from here to China. Give me a friggin' break. You drive a Honda Acura if you're lucky. Come on now, Hong. Come on now. Come on. Don't play us like that. I bet you. Not saying Acuras and Hondas aren't good cars because I love them both, but actually I had one of it. I have a Acura, but I'm just saying. No one hired you to investigate us. I thought you were searching for Sebastian. Fraud. Well, in his spare time, he has extra time. Is he doing this while fighting fires? This person says, and finding missing persons in the fires. I've never seen such talent in multitasking. Oops, I keep hitting that. And it says, he said it's called being a liar. He's an expert. Yeah, it's just crazy. You would think that they, Don't worry, those Rolls Royce and properties will look great in the asset column when the countersuit rolls through. Keep bragging, it's all evidence. Look at this, the Gigi coming in and then tagging Coffindaffer. Like, bringing her into it. Does she say anything? I'm curious. This person right here, I don't know about her either. There's a bunch of freaking crazy people on Twitter. I ain't even kidding you. Yeah. Okay. We'll go back. So then we didn't hear anything since January 7th. This is I didn't go quiet. I live on the West Coast and I'm 3 hours behind you. As long as the funds go to NCMEC, I am 100% fine with that. Let me know when and we can confirm it. Yeah, this is like, man. I haven't watched any of this guy's stuff. I'm not going to do it. I am not going to do it. I'm not. Yeah, what about that RICO? I'm about to pull that damn RICO up. RICO. Let me see if it's on this computer. If I type in RICO, can we find it? Look at that. Can we look for it? The one I redacted? That's not the one I redacted. Let's try again. I think I saw it. Injunction. Do I have it under injunction? Let's see. I think it was in the other one. Or wait, is this the same? Or was it under evidence or something? The other, like, to get into the actual, like, thing is on my other computer. I was just gonna, like, look at Hong's. I was just curious. Like the one where he signed off. I'll have to find it. We'll have to find it, go through it. Here's this part. Was this? I just saw his name. I swear I did. That's Brittany's. Seth. Maybe I thought I saw it. Well, if I passed it, I might have passed it already. Like half these people, I don't even understand why they're even in this damn law, like, or in this injunction. But it says, like, this has nothing to do with Hong, like, at all. Like, that's what I don't get. Plaintiff Hong repeats and incorporates by reference all proceedings, paragraphs as through fully set forth herein. Granny and Barbecue, in conjunction with other known personalities and online creators, formed an enterprise with a common goal of obstructing the search for Sebastian Rogers, spreading misinformation, and damaging the reputations of those involved in the investigation. The coordinated acts of harassment, defamation, intimidation, and dissemination of false information constitute a pattern of racketeering activity under RICO and the Pennsylvania Corrupt Organization Act. So the defendant's actions include efforts to derail legitimate search efforts, intimidate witness, and manipulate public perception through social media and other online platforms. Their acts of extortion, false statements, and threats against those involved in the search, including plaintiff Z, I think that's how you say it, I should ask Vincent, satisfy the elements required for establishing a RICO claim. As a result, defendants Barbecue and Granny conduct plaintiff, we'll just call him Hong, has suffered significant harm in his reputation, professional relationships, and the ongoing search of Sebastian has been materially obstructed. So how significant harm to his reputation and professional relationships? How did Granny or Barbecue do any of that to Hong? Like, seriously, like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Hong. It says they engaged in dissemination of misinformation, harassment, and intimidation. And it says served no legitimate purpose and caused him emotional distress. And every time I read it, makes me madder. The incident at plaintiff's residence involving a suspicious vehicle and person is part of an ongoing pattern of intimidation and stalking intended to threaten and harass him. They cannot prove that had anything to do with Barbecue or Granny at all. The defendant's actions and threats created a reasonable fear for the plaintiff's safety, and such conduct is defined as stalking under Pennsylvania law. Oh my gosh. Obstruction of justice. Like, this is I gotta find the one where it does the evidence. It's crazy. Duct taped him again. Yeah, tinfoil tear. They need to. Maybe that's why Hong's back. I mean, Hong came back out with a vengeance. Well, if you're looking for like, I mean, people can write stuff on Chat GPT too. Yeah. Yeah. They mess with the wrong two ladies. And don't come to Ohio because same crap will just happen to you here. Because I'm stubborn. Y'all, that's like a bad thing. I mean, that's like a bad, it's one of my, it's bad, you know. I hate that about myself. Like, you know how you have a characteristic you kind of wish you could change, but you just can't. That's me being stubborn. Actually, I have two. I'm very impatient, but I would never act out. I would never like be like a child or anything. I would never like if I'm standing in line, like stomp my foot, but I'm just always like ready to go. Like I'm always, you know, just blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, you know, little Speedy Gonzalez. So I'm always just like ready to, I always know what I want when I go to like places and stuff. So I always feel like if I don't know, I'm just like, are you going to be here a minute? One of those type of things. But I would never like cut in front of anybody or do anything about it. I would just like say like in my head, actually, what did I say? I said something. It was really, really quiet. And I think we were trying to get a cart or something. And I was like, well, if she would move up a little bit. Or no, we were in line. Oh no, we were in line. Okay. And listen to this. And you know, she heard me, but I didn't mean for her to hear me at all. But I said to Vincent so quietly, I don't know how she heard me. She must have been a mom. She must have been because she heard me. Her head. So I had like one thing. We were at Target, maybe two. But I had like my two things. It was like during Christmas, it was real busy, crazy, you know, and we're in line. And I was like, it would be nice. I was like, Vincent, I was like, you know, it'd be nice if she let us like go in front of her. I was like, that's what like my dad would do. Like my parents would have done that. If they would have saw like somebody with one thing, they would just be like, go ahead in front of us. So as soon as I said that, she turns around and she's like, would you guys like to go in front of me? I was mortified. Mortified. I was like, oh my gosh, she heard me. She heard me. I know she had to have heard me, but I didn't mean for her to hear me. And I felt so bad. I felt like buying all of her stuff. That's how bad I felt. I felt so bad. I was like, hopefully she just turned around, you know. Thank you, April Wine, for the $2 super sticker. That's very nice of you. Vincent is a pretty cool name. He's a pretty cool dude. Oh, I could take this off. I'm done with this. I'm actually going to do, I think, the green team thing with you guys next live, but I will go through it. Let me pull it up for you. I think we'll do this tomorrow during the day. It'll give us something to do. I have an early doctor's appointment, so after that, maybe I'll jump on and we'll do this. But I was messing around. This is the green team. Know the people behind the disinformation. So what we're going to do is on one of our lives, it's going to be like more of an interactive live. And it's going to, and I could blow this up and make it a little bit bigger, but it's going to be the green team. And there's names here that I need to add. So we'll add them. And then we'll go to the red team and there's names I need to add. And then here is Seth's mods. I have all them already in here. And then this is the one I started working on, but I figured we would work on it, all of it together. So I went back to this one. But I thought that would be a pretty good live. We could just see I just want to see who's all where. Like these little puzzle pieces, they need to be put into a spot. Like my head is going to explode if not. You know what I mean? Like, there's just so much information in this case. There shouldn't even be teams. I'm surprised it got coffin after. Kind of. I never thought this case would go like this. I need to talk to Terry Dean. If anyone sees Terry Dean, tell her Titanium's looking for you and to ask you a question. Just and you're not in trouble. Because no, like I wanted to ask her, she's the one that came to me way back. Like this is where she's from. And she asked me if I would cover this. And I know she never thought. I know she came to me thinking not a lot of people are covering this, and I want to get more eyes on it, like, being a good Samaritan. I think now she would be like, what happened? Like, yeah, Pen, she is a little dunce. Well, thanks, Tinfoil Tiara. These little things take a long time to do. I like doing visuals. I'm gonna try to do more of those for you guys this year. And I got this cute little candle, but you can't even see it. I got it for Valentine's Day. It's just like a little white candle. But I put it here so like I thought you guys could see it, but you can't. I'll probably have to light it at some point. Take away the greenery. Me too, Tempest. I want to learn how to do, what are they? Like, what like Gray Hughes does, he does like mock demonstrations. He does like houses and stuff. And like, I want to learn how to do all of that. Like I downloaded the app one time and I went on it and I was like, oh my God, it's so scary. So I need someone to like sit down with me that knows how to like do visuals and just like teach me a little bit how to do it. Or I just need to look it up on YouTube and sit in here for like a day and just learn. I'm pretty quick learner. I like to believe. Hey Jenny, and I would love to like learn those things for you guys. And hey Triggermint. Oh, my dog's like gonna get sick. Are you gonna get sick, Araya? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, well I'm getting off here. Hold on, let me mute. She did get sick. I wanted to pause because I didn't want anyone to get sick. It's just grass. Were you eating my plant? She must have had a... Oh, you okay? She just burped really loud. That's all that was. Oh, that was just a big burp. You okay, Araya Lee? Your mommy needs you. You need your mommy? You need your mommy? She's just sitting there. Don't just watch her and make sure she doesn't eat it. This dog is... Yeah, just lay away from it. We're going to get up. Oh. At least she didn't get it on my new blanket. You're welcome, DM. I didn't want anyone to hear that. Yeah. It wasn't bad, but it was just like a little bit. Oh, I feel so bad for her. Her sister's looking like, what the heck's going on? It's just a bunch of grass. So yeah. Oh, I'm going to go get Vincent. He'll love that. I don't even know if he's awake. He usually, now that I'm thinking about it, I can't do it. Oh, to clean their stomachs. Yeah, Tempest. My dog has been having accidents on our carpet and we don't know why. We don't know. We're missing like a time to take them out. We're missing something. It's us. I feel like it's not them. So she's piddling though on the carpet. And I'm like, if I need to take him out late at night, let me know. It's just really hard for me to see. And we have a bunch of snow. They don't like take the sidewalks, get the snow off the sidewalks. So we're walking in like a foot of snow. And with metal depth perception, it's extremely hard. And there's no lights hardly out there. It's hard for me to walk these two at night. So I'm just going to wake him up and tell him like, hey, you got to let him out. They eat grass when their stomach's upset. Yeah, they do. And we have plants, so they go to our plants. Like they'll go in, they'll get in the dirt. But I don't see any dirt outside of it, which is weird. But she probably got sick because her sister, we left today. We took them on a walk, and then we left. Her sister decided have an accident, and then the other one decided to eat it. That's what these dogs do. I have 2 dogs that are like children. They literally do the grossest things I've ever experienced. That's why I have all the steam mops and all of the toys. I just got a new vacuum actually. Super excited about that. She gets like that sometimes. Oh, she got a piece of grass, I think, stuck in her teeth. I thought she was eating it for a minute. No, she wasn't like that before, but yeah, like she'll have a tummy ache every once in a while. So yeah. I know. I'm glad that I yeah, I've muted it for you, but I'm gonna jump off here and help and be like, help me clean it. No, I got some gloves if he's not awake. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. But thank you guys for being here. I'm gonna go take care of my little baby girl and get her in bed and get her in front of her fireplace. She likes to lay in front of her, like on the bed in front of the fireplace. So I'm gonna go get her set up. She's my baby, so she's my oldest dog. But thank you guys for being here tonight. If you don't mind just taking a second, hitting the like button, it does help the channel grow. If you guys are interested, please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 20,000 subscribers on this channel, and that's going to be a very exciting day. I never thought that day would happen when I started YouTube 2.5 years ago. So if you guys don't mind doing all those things, share out the video, and I will see you guys all on the next live. I also am on TikTok under TitaniumBuilt. So I do post videos over there that I don't post to YouTube. So if that's something that you're interested in, I'm there. So bye guys. Have a great night.